Hi there, it's Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with a little bit of an update. Apologize, this is laundry day. I literally don't have any shirts. That's the problem with being an FP is we literally wait till the last minute. I looked in my drawer today and I have like zero non-offensive shorts that I could wear on here, so I had to go with this cutoff thing when I was a bro. Actually, what I really want to do is just show you my cool look at that. Poison ivy. Leaves of 3, let it be, right? Jeez, I got into some poison ivy while fishing, and man, it itches like no other. This is the worst thing in the world. Just want to tear my arm off, but hopefully it doesn't spread to the rest of my body. One time I got into some poison ivy, and oh man. Oh, I worked as a forklift operator at the time too, and it was July, and so the dock was like 103, and you sweat like crazy, and it was, oh man, it was just one of the most miserable times of my life, just trying to just scratch all the poison ivy off. But anywho, this is just a little bit of an updated video to all the response that I received for the video I made. I appreciate all the support. For all the dissenting views, I'm happy you guys are commenting. I'm a little disappointed with the people that threatened to unsubscribe and whatnot, or just insult me personally. I think that's uncalled for. You can debate my ideas, but I think that insulting my character is a little bit, I don't know. There's no purpose to that, and I'm a little bit disappointed with some of those. But yeah, I hope that if you do if you are in disagreement with a lot of my thoughts, you do just stick around for the brews. Come on, I still make some good brews, and know that my intentions are pure. I have what I think good intentions, whether you agree with them or not. And I think a lot of people were just misunderstanding my whole point to it. My whole point was that we should allow people without bullying them to say their piece, and then if you disagree with something, then disagree with it. But you don't have to petition to get it removed from a website. You don't have to call them all sorts of names, call them a misogynist. You don't have to, all sorts of what I think is going too far, and that's exactly what my whole point of that last video was. But the point of this video is we're approaching 15,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for that. So I'm gonna do. I'm gonna steal something. I'm gonna steal something from my good friend over at Tulare Community College, and we're gonna do a Q&A for every 5,000 subscribers that I get. So this next one is not gonna happen for a long time because my subscriber growth is pretty slow compared to people like the Mana Source or Tulare Community College. I know that I'm pretty much a niche. You have to, first of all, you have to like Magic the Gathering. Second of all, you have to like Rogue Brews. Second of all, you have to like my sometimes overbearing personality. So that's going to be very few people compared to people like Manasource and Tulare Community College. But I do appreciate the subs nonetheless. And if you guys like this whole sort of Q&A, I'm more than happy to do some Q&As. I think that'd be fun. I love to talk, as you can tell. So if you have any if you have any questions for me to answer, it can be as innocuous as you want. It can be as playful or whatever. You can insult me for I mean, just basically whatever you want to do on the Q&A. Write them in the comment section below, and then I'll do a Q&A video. News. Any other news? I'm getting those rally brews out. I'm gonna actually start playing your guys' brews, and it is confirmed. Me and one of my favorite YouTubers, probably. I think he is just as good or better than me at brewing decks. The guy is just absolutely amazing. Tudor's Library, Edward over at Tudor's Library. Go check him out. I'll have links in the description. His brews are absolutely awesome. I mean, it's just, that's just so great about the power of the internet. Is he is clear from, you're from Netherlands, right? Right? Amsterdam, right? Yeah, have I got the country right? If my geography's terrible, feel free to blast me on the on the comments there, Edward. But anyway, I get to meet someone. Well, first of all, my BFF, my internet BFF, Morton, you guys may know him on the Facebook page, is from Denmark. So, I meet Morton over 2 years ago, Morton, that I meet you, and we just instantly click. I absolutely love the guy. He's a great person to bounce ideas off. Just a very pleasant person to talk to. Clear from Denmark. And then I meet Edward, who's clear from Amsterdam, and it's just, that's the power of the internet, is that you can find like-minded people from clear across the world, rather than, it's hard in your own community sometimes to find people that have your same interests and likes and dislikes and whatnot. But those are two people I highly admire and highly look up to because of their brewing skills are just fabulous, and they're just amazing people to be around. You can't find two better people than Edward and Morton. So I'm happy to look through your Rogue Master Brewer list, and then me and Edward are gonna choose a top 8, and then we will leave it up to you guys to vote for the person that deserves the Rogue Master Brewer. I believe Greg is my new web guy. We also work on logos together. I think we're going to have a playmat done by then. I'm not quite sure. But if not, we do have just regular Rogue Deck Builder playmats available for the winter as well. And I do have the signed copies of Rally of the Ancestors foil for all the top 8s. If you want them signed, I'll sign them. If you don't want them signed, I'll just send them like that. So I'll be looking forward to that. Again, comments. Give me your questions and your questions you want me to answer. Again, they can be as crazy as you want them to. They can be serious questions about psychology. Again, man, there was a comment that really, really rubbed me the wrong way that told me I needed to go back to psychology because I obviously know what I'm talking about. Sure, come on. Okay, that's whatever. I'm not even going to get into it. Let's just be nice. Don't attack character. I have a valid opinion, I believe. I mean, everyone has a valid opinion. Going back to my whole global warming analogy, I wasn't saying I disagree or agree with global warming. I was just saying when I was listening to 2 people debate it and they said 100% of scientists agree with it, that's false. You can find a dissenting view on anything. You take any topic ever, and you can find someone that doesn't agree with it. And that is a topic, since I've researched it for my own, ENFPs are the most inquisitive people you will ever meet. I mean, the curiosity. So every issue, social issue, I swear I've just researched the death out of it. There'll be times at 3 o'clock in the morning that I'm obsessed with something and then just, research it. So when I was reading the climate debate, there definitely is opposing sides of view. And whether or not I agree or disagree with them isn't relevant. My whole point to the analogy was there is, disagreement within even something like that. So anywho, where was I going with this? Ramble. Yeah, what else is upcoming? We're going to try to really brand Rogue Deck Builder. I've got some t-shirts in the alpha stage. I don't know how they're going to turn out. I'll have one in within, I think July 3rd it will be here. And stuff like even coffee mugs are pretty easy to do. I mean, there's a lot of printing companies that they can get them done. Whether they're quality or not is one thing. I finally got business cards done. Oh, go me. I'm starting to get serious about stuff. But again, I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me in the past. I mean, this last month has been my highest subscriber growth, highest view count, highest activity on videos, and it's just overwhelming, this response that I've received lately. You guys are awesome. I'd love to go to more Grand Prix. I was thinking about going to Dallas, but it's so close to another trip that I'm going to be going on that I don't think that I can justify going to Dallas and then be right off the plane and then going somewhere else. So maybe after summer I can get a little more serious in trying to travel and meet people. I'm going to try to do a little trip around Utah. I know some people wanted me to go to their store in Saratoga Springs. I'm going to try to do that. I know, and Payson, there's some people that said, come see our store in Payson. St. George, I stopped in at the Game Haven there. I'd love to do stuff, just go and brew and talk to people. Unfortunately, that I'm really geographically isolated here in Utah, so everything outside of Utah, I mean, the next closest cities are going to be Vegas, which is about 4 hours away, and Denver, which is 9 hours away, and then we have Los Angeles, it's 10, San Diego, it's 11, and whatnot. So I don't think I'm going to be doing any road trips for anything that's not significant like a Grand Prix, but it's definitely something I want to do in the future. So appreciate all the donations too. That was awesome. I had some when we were brewing decks. I had a lot of donations. I'm still looking. I guess we can talk about this now. If you guys have any connections with like a bot, here's my idea. I have Rogue Deck Builder, the name Rogue Deck Builder on MTGO. I don't use it. Maybe I should use it. I don't know. It's just one of those policies on MTGO that I've taken seriously, that you don't play on multiple accounts. And since I've been using VCR Avalanche for a decade now, I haven't switched over to Rogue Deck Builder. But as far as like my idea is that sometimes like I'm recording videos and people want to donate some stuff to me, and the trade is set up really weird on MTGO. It brings up the trade, it interrupts everything, and then it's kind of a mess. So if you guys have any connections with like a bot, and if you guys know anyone like if they even want to sponsor, that'd be awesome. If I could get a bot sponsor that people would just give their donations to, and then directly go to helping me brew decks on MTGO, that'd be great. So I guess this is just I'm looking at you, Card Hoarder and MTG traders and all the other bots. If you want, 15,000 subscribers is Wow, that's pretty good, right? I think I'm one of the highest MTGOers. I know there's a lot bigger MTG YouTube accounts, but as far as people that mainly play on MTGO, I think I am one of the largest. And I'm not trying to say that like in bragging. I'm just saying that I think it's great potential for a bot to, you know, get their name out and sponsor a channel like me. It would help me out a ton. I wanted to brew a deck the other day. Oh, I want to play a lot of people's Rally of the Ancestors decks, but there is some expensive cards in some of those lists, especially there's like a legacy one. Not going to happen. I mean, another guy has like Dark Confidence. Not going to happen. A lot of fetch lands. I just do not right now. I'm really, really strapped for cash. I can't play those certain type of decks too, just because of budget restraints. And also right now, it's quite expensive to play in the two-man queues. One being you have to spend a lot of tickets. Like again, MTGO is really giving us the finger when it takes 4 tickets to enter a Modern, and then you can only win 7 tickets worth of prize. Yeah, and then actually it's 6 tickets with the market deflation of Modern Masters booster packs. You can sell them for about 6 tickets. So, yeah, it's not very good margins. And then Dragons of Tarkir is even worse. So if you do standards, you're barely breaking even if you win. So I mean, and then I have to play on the 2-man queues. I try to do some ones in the tournament practice, and again, we have people that just rage quit if you're playing a non-tier 1 deck. You have people that just go AFK for long periods of time, and it's just understandable, because there's nothing on the line. When I play in the 2-man queues, I am forcing my opponents to play the game of Magic, and it does cost me money. That's $2 every time I queue up, and that really, really adds up. So, anywho, I've had some people say, please, please, please go back to the Rogue Market. I need to start researching that. I know that Tidebinder Mage is probably about to spike. It's spiking on MTGO, so I'm happy that my 300 plus copies might actually make me some money here. I actually ordered another 20 today. I did find out that Tidebinder Mage was in one of those intro packs, I believe, intro decks, intro. So the amount of Tidebinders out there is a bit higher than I once suspected, which kind of sucks, but I still think that my spec... I used to buy all copies of Tidebinder Mage up to 60 cents a piece. 65 cents, I think, is my threshold. And I think there's cards that are cheaper right now, some Tidebinder Mages. But anyway, news on that. Merfolk just won the Grand Prix Copenhagen. So, and Tidebinder Mage is one of the key cards, and so is a card called Hibernation to really punish all the green decks out there. Green is I believe, the most popular color right now in Modern, if I'm correct. I think it is. I think green... When I was looking at the metagame breakdown, that green is the most played color in Modern at the moment. You have like Elves that's new, and Anafen's in company that both get really, really hurt by both Tidebinder Mage and Hibernation, and that's why the Merfolk player justifying. He had 3 in his main board, 1 in his sideboard, so it's also a great card with like Master of Ways because it does add that 2 devotion. And so, yeah, be looking for like Mutavault and Tidebinder Mage to probably start creeping back up. It's about time the M14 cards will start to gain value. You've seen a lot of other cards like Thragtusk start to gain value. That was actually from M13, or was that from... Yeah, M13. Yeah, it was. And it's about time that even Ravnica cards will start to go up. So like Howled Fountains, Blood Crypts, etc., Stomping Grounds, etc., should start going up again. And Abrupt Decays, all those type of things. So I'll try to do some Rogue Markets. They're usually time consuming to edit them, and they're not as enjoyable for me to actually record. So that's usually why I don't get to them as often as I used to. And now, when I used to do them 2 years ago, there really wasn't a lot of information for the MTG market. And now it seems like that's the complete opposite. There's just a plethora of people doing MTG speculation and whatnot. So the need isn't there as much. And some of these guys are a lot more professional at doing this than I am, and they probably have better advice than me. Like a lot of my specs were just obvious. Stony Silence was the most obvious spec in the entire world. If you don't know, Stony Silence is up to like $4 a piece on paper, and it's two tickets a piece on MTGO. And I've sold it. I bought in at 5 cents on MTGO, and so I'm looking for another one of those specs. I'll have to kind of scour the data and see if there's like a spec that's good to get into right now that will actually pay out in the long run. I had to wait a while for Stony Silence to pay out, but it did pay out. So, anywho, yeah. Anything else you guys want to talk about? This is your Q&A. If you have any suggestions for videos, what you like or dislike about the channel, I'd be happy to hear your ideas. And again, I appreciate everything. I'm gonna have a video here probably within. We'll make a goal by 20,000 subscribers. I'll have like a Patreon or a Kickstarter or some way you guys can donate. YouTube already has a way to donate right on the channel. It says donate to Rogue Deck Builder. That directly goes to me. And also on my YouTube page, there's a PayPal donate, which directly goes to me as well. And all of those funds go. I lose money on RogueDeckBuilder.com. I do not make money on it. Mtgo is not making me money. It's sucking money away. So all your donations are incredibly helpful to bring new content and keeping me motivated. So you guys are awesome. Great community. I'm glad to be a part of it. Apologize for my half nakedness here, but it's a cool shirt, right? Like it's my favorite right there, Shy Guy. That's my favorite Mario Brothers character. Spoiler alert: there's a Shy Guy playmat coming out. A guy graciously let me use his DeviantArt. And that's going to be a pretty cool playmat. So those of you that are looking for a different type of style, we do have a cool one coming out and whatnot. So yeah, ramble. Over 15 minutes. I need to shut up. I hope you enjoy my Rally the Toughness brews. Those will be uploading shortly. This has been Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.